Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow business owners, my name is Daryl Guberman, the CEO of Guberman PMC LLC, a quality consulting firm here in Connecticut. We've been open for 13 years in business, assisting companies in consultation and also ISO certification and other, all derivatives for ISO and all other quality control issues that may arise. We have issued our CV to David Calhoun. We sent it to his office, whatever. It may have gone into spam, who the hell knows, to assist Boeing in their quality quagmire, which will still be ever present no matter what kind of things they try to put in place. We find out that Boeing was made an FAA regulator in 2009. That means the MCAS system that they put in this aircraft did not have to be reported back to the FAA because they were a regulator. They self-certified their planes. We have that documentation. On top of that, to make matters even more splendid, is that they came out with a supplier bulletin in 2002 saying that if you are AS9100 certified, as long as you are ANSI ANAB accredited, please send in your certificates, send in your parts, and Boeing doesn't have to send any inspection into their facility, on-site inspection. Just send us your parts, and we don't have to do any inspection. That's the first one. The next one is on their supplier portal, Boeing supplier portal, it states must be ANSI ANAB or internationally equivalent. And then you find out that three strikes, you're out. You find out that Boeing sits on the boards of ANSI ANAB that can grant, suspend, and withdraw certification, and also sits on the board of directors. That is going against the Sherman-Clayton Act of 1914 for anti-competitive, monopolistic, and restraint of trade, and they did that with my business. And the lawyer wants to take this on, go ahead, but I give this caveat. Most lawyers do not have the chutzpah to do it because the American Bar Association, and I caution with vigor, I caution those that are involved with your attorneys at Alaska Air. I caution you, because if you don't have Daryl Guberman on your team as an expert witness against Boeing and ANSI and ANAB, who are underwriters for the International Accreditation Forum incorporated in Delaware, ANSI ANAB are, and that's a repository for both national and international accreditation bodies, and also ILAC, the International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation. They are underwriters, which means that they take care of any type of systematic and or product failure. Liability is on them. I caution you again, ladies and gentlemen of Alaska Air and others, even Ethiopian and Indonesian, whose attorneys did not do the best job. Maybe because of this. Because the American Bar Association and ANSI are in bed together, along with the DOJ, along with the FBI, the FTC, FAA. They all sit together. They all work together. Standardization, voluntary consensus standards. It's a load of bullshit. You want to see bullshit? When you have a piece of paper, Boeing, because Boeing sits on the board and all the rest of that, come on in, give us your parts. And for 22 years, they neglected their duty. They were made an FAA regulator. And if I had a gut feeling about this, they felt so ingratiated about it. Now we can cut back quality. Now we can skip processes. We are an FAA. And the FAA approved that shit. Don't let anybody kid you. This video today goes to some friends of mine, this one, because it's called Can't by Edgar Guest. And I do this for all those people, all those entrepreneurs out there who your friends, relatives, mom and dad say, you can't do it. You just don't do it. I've had so many people in my life tell me that. Don't do it. Can't do it. What are you scared? Don't do it. So this goes to Bob and Rich and Dave and Jim, Joe and Sam, and so many others. Okay, and the ones who are Sam and Joe, who are my buddies, these are acquaintances, beyond acquaintances. Can't is the worst word that's written or spoken, doing more harm here than slander and lies. On it, many a strong spirit broken, and with it many good purpose dies. It springs from the lips of thoughtless each, morning and robs us of the courage we need through the day. It rings in our ears like a timely sent warning and laughs when we falter and fall by the way. Cant is the father of feeble endeavor, the parent of terror and half-hearted work. It weakens the efforts of artisans clever and makes of the toiler and lethargic shirk. It poisons the soul of man with a vision. It stifles in infancy many a plan. It greets honest toiling with open disdain. It mocks at hopes and the dreams of a man. Cant is a word none should speak without blushing. To utter it should be a symbol of shame. Ambition and courage is crushing. It blights of man's purpose and shortens his aim. Despise it with all of your hatred, error. Refuse it, the lodging seeks in your brain. Arm against it as a creature of terror, and all that you dream of, you someday shall gain. Cant is the word that is adversary to ambition, an enemy ambushed to shatter your will. It praise is forever the man with a mission, and bows but not courage and patience and skill. Hate it, and hatred that's deep and undying. For once it welcomed, 'twill break any man. For once it is welcomed, 'twill break any man. Whatever the goal you are seeking, keep trying, and answer the demon by saying, I can, I shall, and I will. It is not hope, it is not wish, it is not prayers, it is not hope, not wish, not prayers, not luck. It is determination. I love the man who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress and grow brave by reflection. 'Tis the business of little minds to shrink. And he whose heart is firm and conscience approves his conduct shall pursue his principles unto death. Thomas Paine, 203-556-1493, or Daryl, DARYL, TQRS, @yahoo.com.